Hey guys, what's up? Josh Mall with you from Swimming Pool Science. Got my co-pilot here, Miss Willow. We've got a little issue with the time clock behind me. I don't know if you can figure out what's wrong with this picture, but I'll give you a little clue. The pool pump is running. Anyways, we're gonna replace this time clock and I'm gonna show you how to do it. First thing you wanna do once you determine that the time clock is shot, you wanna kill the power. You don't wanna get electrocuted, trust me. Just be smart and kill the power. All right, so first thing we need to do is remove this guy right here. That keeps you from getting electrocuted when you're sticking your fingers in here at night trying to turn this thing on and off. And then what I always like to do is, I know we get the power shut off, but I got this great tool right here. When I turn it on, wait, no, that's the flashlight. When I turn it on, it'll beep. There's power here. It says low, so there's probably just some residual charge left in this thing. So I think we're safe. So turn it off, turn it on. We're good, we're good. We got some other wires running through here that are still hot, despite that. So we know we're good. Now, we're gonna disconnect these wires. My power wire is coming in. And this is a 220 clock. Keep in mind, if it's a 110 clock, it's a little bit different, but these two white wires here are the wires that power the clock, okay? So my power has to come in and connect to these same two terminals that is 1 and 3 on that 220 Intermatic time clock. So I'm gonna put those aside. I like to pull those out.
But why
okay, don't touch it though.
Chocolate?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
All right.
So I got my power in, and my power in, if I trace these orange wires, they come through here and down here out of the ground. So 2 and 4, those are the wires that go to my pump. So those come out like that. And I basically keep these in order like that. It just makes it easy. Now, the cool thing about these Intermatic time clocks are, they got a little tab right up here. You push that tab in, and the clock tilts out like this. And then the whole thing pops out. And I'll show you here what we got going on. Let's see if I can do this properly. So if you look here, right in there, the time clock tabs themselves are in good shape. What's not in good shape though is that mechanism right there. Let me turn this over. If you look down in there, see where it's shiny right there, that shiny piece of metal just in front of that gear? That piece is worn out. So what's happening is that tab passes through, it doesn't trip it all the way to shut it off. So this thing just stays running all the time. So this thing, these Intermatic mechanisms are great. They're great mechanisms. I love installing them. They work really well for a basic time clock. But over years, they eventually wear out or stop working. So we're gonna be putting in a brand new one, replacing it with this guy. So let's get started with that. Careful, Willow. So I got my new T104 out. I'm just gonna snap that back in just the exact same way the old one was in, because it's the same clock. And it just pops right in, just like this. Boom, that's in. Now, we're gonna connect our line wires in, where the white wires are connected here. That's 1 and 3. That's our power coming in. Hey, where are you going with that? Put that back. Hold on, it's filming, Willow. See, this is what happens when you got a 2.5-year-old working your camera on an electrical job. I don't recommend bringing a 2.5-year-old on an electrical job, but power's out here, so I think we're in good shape. So let's make sure, we wanna make sure we have a good solid connection. It's real easy to not loosen these up enough, and then that wire doesn't get pushed in all the way, and then you have a poor connection. So it's really important that we get that wire up in there all the way like that. Crank that on.
But why is that? Oh.
That's on. Move on to our next one. We'll connect our first load side here on 2. And we'll just go down the line. And like I said, we're gonna make sure we really focus on making sure that connection's correct. Hey Willow, stop playing with that, please. You're gonna be fired from your camera job. All right, now, I know what some of you are saying now, especially you wannabe electricians and armchair quarterbacks. And that has to do with the fact that this time clock is not grounded. There is no green wire running from here to here. So whoever previously wired this time clock, they goofed up on that. And I'm gonna have to come back with a little piece of number 12 green, and we're gonna wire from here to here. It's important that everything is grounded so you don't start to build up a charge on anything. Any residual charging can bleed off, and everything has an equal potential difference across everything. So grounding is important, bonding is important, and all this stuff, especially when dealing with swimming pools. So everything's connected. We've got our load side connected to 2 and 4. We've got our line side connected to 1 and 3. We've got this all buttoned up. So now we're gonna go and flip the power on. Now, when you're installing these time clock tabs here, I've got my time synced already, and I've installed these time clock tabs. Each one is unique. The on tab has its little tag in one spot over towards the pointy end there, and the off tab, that tag is on the back. So you have to put those on in the right order, or else your thing won't come on at the right time. So I have this thing coming on at 12 at night, shutting off at 8 in the morning, because this is springtime in Arizona, and we are coming into our times. Now I'm going to take a pair of needle nose pliers, and I'm going to tighten these just a touch, not too much, because what happens is if I leave these kind of hand tight, then what'll happen is that these can eventually vibrate loose, and then the tab will flop over, and this thing will stay on either 23.5 hours a night, or it'll only run for a half an hour. But if I crank these down too tight with the pliers, then it starts to bend this tab up and it messes up the tab, so we can't have those too tight. All right, I'm gonna go turn the power back on. I'll be back in a second, guys. All righty, flip the power on. And we got juice in here. As you can see, flip this guy on. And there we go, we're up and running. Now, another thing to remember is that the time clocks have this little window right here. Look in there, you see those gears turning? That's what this little oval window behind the clock is for, is to double check and make sure that your mechanism's turning. Those are the gears that turn the clock. So that's working, that's up and running. What do you think, Willow? Did we do a good job? We didn't do a good job, we did a bad job. Anyways, there you have it, guys. Our time clock's up and running. Our pool pump is happy. This thing's not gonna run too long. It's gonna run its schedule with that brand new Intermatic time clock mechanism. I hope this was helpful. Leave a note in the comments. Let me know what you think. See you next time, guys.